After a lifetime of unforgettable performances, Denzel Washington still speaks with deep respect for the artists who shaped his journey.
Nas is one of my favorites of all time. Yeah. Because I talk a lot, so he's a wordsmith.
To him, greatness isn't built alone. It's learned from those who came before and those who stood beside him.
Strange as it sounds, I like to think I've talked with him a little bit, but I've sure listened to him.
These are the 6 actors who left the deepest mark on Denzel's craft, his spirit, and his legacy. Starting off at number 6, we have Sidney Poitier.
That I did not have the wherewithal to do much else.
To Denzel Washington, Sidney Poitier is far more than a legendary actor. He is a pioneer who fundamentally reshaped the landscape of Hollywood. Long before Denzel became a household name, Poitier was breaking through walls that many thought were impenetrable, proving that talent and determination could transcend the rigid boundaries of an industry long dominated by prejudice. His journey wasn't just about acting, it was about courage, representation, and rewriting the narrative for generations of Black performers who would follow.
Source of pride for millions of African Americans.
Poitier's historic achievement in 1964, becoming the first Black actor to win the Academy Award for Best Actor for Lilies of the Field, was a moment of seismic importance. This recognition did more than honor a single performance. It announced to the world that Black actors could not only compete at the highest levels of their craft, but also command respect and admiration in spaces that had long excluded them.
More than a friend, more than a father figure,
For Denzel, Poitier represents the perfect blend of artistry and social significance, showing that a career in acting can carry meaning far beyond individual acclaim. His films were never merely entertainment, they were statements. A Raisin in the Sun, In the Heat of the Night, and others were powerful explorations of race, identity, and justice, forcing audiences to confront uncomfortable truths about society while elevating the roles of Black characters from stereotypes to fully realized human beings.
And he said to me, he said, the first 2 or 3 or 4 pictures you make.
Denzel often points to these performances as a blueprint for what acting can achieve when combined with courage. A reminder that the craft is as much about changing hearts and minds as it is about winning awards. What sets Poitier apart, according to Denzel, is the quiet strength of his performances. He never relied on flashy theatrics or over-the-top gestures. Instead, he brought a calm authority, subtlety, and intelligence to every role, commanding attention simply by inhabiting his characters fully.
Will determine how you are perceived in this industry.
Every glance, pause, and word carried weight, and it's this mastery of restraint and precision that Denzel has studied and incorporated into his own approach to the craft. Beyond technique, Poitier also showed how to navigate Hollywood with integrity. He chose roles that honored dignity, challenged stereotypes, and told stories that mattered. This commitment to meaningful work, rather than simply chasing fame or box office success, is a guiding principle for Denzel, who has built a career around projects that inspire, provoke thought, and resonate deeply with audiences. In this way, he continues the legacy Poitier forged decades earlier, proving that choices in art can also be acts of courage. Sidney Poitier isn't just a figure of admiration. He is a symbol of what's possible when talent is paired with purpose. He demonstrated that acting can be transformative, that careers can be a platform for change, and that true artistry comes from a combination of fearlessness, thoughtfulness, and vision. For Denzel Washington, Poitier embodies the highest ideals an actor can aspire to, a constant reminder of the power, responsibility, and beauty of the craft. In a world filled with icons, Poitier remains the trailblazer who first taught us all how profoundly acting can move, challenge, and change the world. Moving on, at number 5, we have Morgan Freeman.
You look good with a bald head. You never know how you're gonna look until you're bald.
Morgan Freeman has always been more than just a legendary actor or the voice that commands attention the moment it fills a room. To Denzel Washington, he is the embodiment of subtle mastery, a reminder that true power often lies in quiet, unwavering presence. Their paths first crossed on the set of Glory in 1989, where both portrayed soldiers in the historic 1st All-Black Regiment fighting for the Union Army. It was a film that demanded raw emotion, yet Freeman's approach was measured, intentional, and deeply grounded.
So Morgan looked at me with that look, like the one he has now.
Glory required performances that could convey the horrors of war and the weight of history. But Freeman's work stood out not through spectacle or theatrics, It was the calm authority he brought to every moment that left a lasting impression on Denzel. Freeman demonstrated that acting's most potent moments often emerge from restraint, from what is left unsaid, from a glance or a pause that speaks volumes. Watching him, Denzel realized that intensity doesn't always need to shout. Sometimes, it is the stillness that moves audiences most profoundly.
This great man that I've been fortunate to know and call a friend for.
The lessons from that collaboration stayed with Denzel throughout his career. He has often reflected on Freeman's ability to convey strength, wisdom, and emotion through subtlety, and how that influenced the way he approaches his own performances. The pauses, the controlled delivery, the quiet command that Freeman perfected became a model for Denzel, teaching him that every gesture, every word, every moment on screen can carry enormous weight when used thoughtfully. Beyond the craft, their relationship has been one of enduring friendship and mutual respect. Over decades in an industry that constantly evolves, they have crossed paths at award shows, tributes, and film events, often speaking about one another with genuine admiration.
Very surprised that Armin was going to be doing it, because the first time I met Armin.
To Denzel, Freeman exemplifies the possibility of achieving greatness without arrogance, of excelling in one's work while remaining humble and grounded. This balance of talent and character is as instructive as any acting lesson. Even years after Glory, the influence of Morgan Freeman continues to resonate in Denzel's work. The experience taught him that true power in acting doesn't lie in showing everything at once, but in knowing when to hold back, when silence speaks louder than words. Freeman's example reminded him that quiet excellence can leave a lasting impression, that subtlety can be transformative, and that mastery is often found in patience and precision. For Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman is not only a colleague or mentor, but a living testament to the art of understated brilliance, a standard of performance that continues to shape him to this day. At number 4, we have Viola Davis.
The fact that I'm sitting here, my dignity is still intact.
There's an unmistakable intensity that emerges whenever Denzel Washington and Viola Davis share a scene. Their collaboration began in 2010 with the Broadway revival of Fences, a production that would see both actors take home Tony Awards for their powerhouse performances. From the very start, it was clear that their connection wasn't just professional, it was a meeting of equals. Two artists who instinctively understood the demands of truth in acting and the subtle craft of conveying deep emotion on stage.
Has created characters in the same vein as Arthur Miller.
When Fences made its transition to film in 2016, Denzel stepped into the director's role and chose Viola to reprise her part. That decision paid off in spades, earning her an Academy Award and bringing their electrifying dynamic to a wider audience. Watching them perform together is like witnessing a masterclass in emotional honesty. Every glance, pause, and word carries layers of history, love, resentment, and longing. Their scenes don't simply advance the story. They reveal the complicated textures of human relationships, making audiences feel the weight of decades of unspoken hurt.
That maybe you can't control your life. Right. It's like August has a...
Denzel has often praised Viola not just for her technical mastery, but for the fearlessness she brings to every performance. Her ability to make silence resonate and to render pain entirely human sets her apart in a way few actors can match. On set, Denzel has joked that directing her required little intervention. Just leave her alone and just watch. Her instincts are so finely tuned that she transforms every scene into something unforgettable, teaching by example the subtle power of emotional truth. He even took it up a notch by saying that she is one of the greatest actors of our time. The admiration is mutual. Viola has described Denzel as the actor's director, highlighting the care, discipline, and focus he brings to every project. For her, working with him is both grounding and inspiring. He embodies the strength, integrity, and precision she strives to bring to her craft. Off camera, their relationship reflects this synergy, a genuine friendship built on gratitude, respect, and a shared understanding of what it means to succeed in Hollywood without sacrificing authenticity.
Now, yeah, the actor has met the role now, and she deserves everything she's getting.
Their work on Fences remains one of the most celebrated actor-director collaborations of the decade, not just for the awards and some accolades, but for the artistry and humanity they brought to the story. For Denzel, Viola represents the qualities he most values in an artist: courage, depth, and a relentless pursuit of truth. Every scene they've shared is a testament to the power of collaboration, showing how two artists can elevate each other in the work they create. In every performance, Viola Davis exemplifies the kind of artistry Denzel Washington admires most. She challenges him, inspires him, and demonstrates that the strongest acting often comes from vulnerability, precision, and emotional bravery. Together, they have created work that resonates far beyond the stage or screen, proving that when two committed artists meet, the results can be nothing short of extraordinary. Number 3, Daniel Day-Lewis.
So much is always to do with the timing.
When Denzel Washington talks about actors who push the boundaries of the craft, Daniel Day-Lewis consistently ranks near the top. What captivates Denzel isn't imitation or style, it's a shared dedication to authenticity, a commitment to inhabiting a character so completely that the performance feels inevitable. For him, Day-Lewis exemplifies what it means to approach acting with both discipline and reverence. Day-Lewis's career is defined by transformation at an almost unparalleled level. Whether in My Left Foot, There Will Be Blood, or Lincoln, he disappears into his roles, abandoning himself to fully become another person. It's not the method itself that Denzel fixates on, but the sheer rigor and focus that underpin it. Watching Day-Lewis dedicate himself so completely to each character demonstrated a level of concentration and purpose that left a profound impression on Denzel, highlighting the kind of intensity that defines a truly serious artist.
So that you build up to that next movie. Where is he? I mean, when's the last time you saw Daniel Day-Lewis?
Both actors share a commitment to intention over convenience. They carefully select roles that challenge them and demand something real, investing everything in the process. For Denzel, this combination of thoughtful choice and total immersion is what separates fleeting talent from lasting artistry. It's not about popularity or accolades alone. It's about respecting the craft enough to pour yourself into it fully, even when it asks for sacrifice. Their careers also intersected in the public eye, though rarely in direct collaboration. In the early 2000s, Denzel's Academy Award win for Training Day placed him at the forefront of Hollywood acclaim, while Day-Lewis was simultaneously recognized for his transformative performances in heavyweight projects. Watching two actors operate at the top of their game in parallel, each committed to depth and precision, reinforced for Denzel how integrity and dedication can define a career. What resonates most with Denzel about Day-Lewis is his refusal to treat performance as a way to fame. He doesn't chase trends, publicity, or easy roles. Instead, he chooses characters that demand full metamorphosis and honors each one with complete commitment. That combination of courage and wisdom, the ability to vanish into a role and then step back when the work is done, is a blueprint that Denzel admires and often references as a standard for artistic excellence. In an industry often focused on speed, spectacle, and appearances, Day-Lewis's body of work stands as a testament to patience, depth, and seriousness. He models a discipline that values transformation over convenience, preparation over shortcuts, and the meticulous pursuit of truth over fleeting recognition. For Denzel Washington, this relentless commitment to integrity and the art of acting is exactly why Daniel Day-Lewis occupies such a prominent place among the performers he respects most. It's a reminder that the true power of acting lies not in volume or visibility, but in the quiet, uncompromising devotion to bringing a character fully and honestly to life. Let's have a look at number 2, Robert De Niro.
Even when my mother told me I was funny when I was a kid.
Denzel Washington has long admired Robert De Niro, seeing him as a benchmark for what it means to be a master of the craft. Even before meeting him, Denzel was meticulously studying De Niro's performances, paying close attention to the way he inhabited a scene, the weight behind a single glance, and how silence could speak louder than words. For a young actor seeking his own voice, watching films like Taxi Driver and Raging Bull was more than entertainment. It was an education in discipline, presence, and subtlety. What fascinated Denzel most was De Niro's precision. Every movement, every facial expression, every pause was purposeful, measured, and loaded with intention.
Dialect is different. So I spent a few weeks in Sicily going around.
He demonstrated that power on screen doesn't come from forceful emotion or flashy theatrics. It comes from meticulous attention to detail and a dedication to authenticity. For Denzel, those lessons would become foundational, shaping the way he approached every role and every performance. As Denzel's career progressed, he found himself returning repeatedly to De Niro's work for inspiration. There was a surgical quality to De Niro's craft, a way of stripping away everything unnecessary until only the essence of the character remained. That focus, that ability to inhabit a role completely while maintaining control and subtlety, resonated deeply with Denzel. It informed his own process, preparation without compromise, then letting instinct guide the performance once the scene begins. In this way, De Niro became an unspoken mentor, teaching lessons that went far beyond what could be learned in a classroom or workshop.
I went to the first World Series game, with Bruce Willis.
Over time, the admiration between the two actors became mutual. De Niro has spoken of Denzel as one of the greats, acknowledging the same dedication to craft and authenticity that has defined his own career. When they appear together at events, interviews, or award ceremonies, the respect is tangible. There's no pretense, no competition, just two artists who understand the commitment, discipline, and sacrifices required to reach the highest level of their craft. What Denzel finds most remarkable about De Niro is his consistency and longevity. Through decades of shifting trends and industry pressures, De Niro has remained selective, grounded, and committed to roles that challenge him and honor the art of acting.
She remembered me and she said, "You'd get the little skinny books." I said, "Oh, it was me."
His career is a masterclass in sustaining excellence without succumbing to ego or image. And that endurance is something Denzel deeply respects. For Denzel Washington, Robert De Niro represents more than just great performances. He exemplifies what it means to pursue mastery over a lifetime, to remain faithful to the craft even as the world changes around you. He demonstrates that true power in acting comes from focus, discipline, and integrity, and that a career built on those principles can inspire generations. To Denzel, De Niro isn't simply a legendary actor. He is proof that the pursuit of excellence is lifelong, and that artistry, when approached with commitment and humility, leaves a lasting mark on the world. Finally, at number 1, we have Gene Hackman.
And he looked at us and he said, "Yeah, it's down a couple blocks and you go over in this way."
When Denzel Washington discusses actors who embody true mastery, Gene Hackman's name inevitably comes up. For Denzel, Hackman represents a rare kind of authenticity, an actor who relies not on ego or showmanship, but on the sheer weight of presence and the power of understated, believable performance. Hackman's craft is rooted in precision, restraint, and a deep commitment to truth, qualities that Denzel has always admired. Their paths first crossed on the set of Crimson Tide in 1995, a high-stakes submarine thriller that pitted them as two commanding men locked in a tense moral and military standoff. The dynamic between them was electric. Watching two actors at the peak of their abilities play off each other, neither willing to yield an inch, was a lesson in intensity and discipline for Denzel.
I have a tremendous amount of respect for him, and I was happy to get the opportunity to work with someone who I consider one of the masters.
The film wasn't just about action or dialogue, it was about the power of presence and the way two professionals could raise each other's performance to extraordinary levels. Denzel has often described Hackman as a force of nature on screen. He had the ability to make silence feel heavy, authority feel instinctive, and tension crackle in moments that could have otherwise gone unnoticed. For Denzel, observing Hackman at work was like attending a masterclass in realism and emotional control.
I could learn a lot. It was exciting. It wasn't scary, it was good because I knew I was going to learn something. You know, the thing I had to worry about and I found myself doing was just sitting there watching him.
Every gesture, every pause, every fleeting expression carried meaning, teaching him the importance of patience, timing, and subtlety in acting. What stood out most to Denzel wasn't Hackman's fame or the sheer length of his career, but his unwavering commitment to craft. Hackman was disciplined, meticulous, and unafraid to disappear entirely into a character. He approached every role with an uncompromising dedication to authenticity, a philosophy that mirrored Denzel's own approach. Both men prized truth above spectacle, understanding that a performance's impact comes from honesty rather than applause.
Not in this case, probably only because we had worked together before. We had done a movie 10 years ago.
In Crimson Tide, their exchanges weren't mere lines of dialogue. They were a duel of presence, a careful balance of tension, power, and emotional depth. Even after Hackman retired from acting in the early 2000s, Denzel has continued to speak of him with admiration. He views Hackman as one of the last representatives of a generation that placed artistry above all else, a craftsman who demonstrated that longevity in the industry is earned through discipline, focus, and respect for the work itself. Their collaboration remains a benchmark for what can happen when two extraordinary actors challenge each other in real time, elevating every scene they share. For Denzel Washington, Gene Hackman is more than a screen legend. He is a standard of excellence, a reminder that true artistry is measured by preparation, restraint, and unwavering dedication to truth. Hackman's legacy lives on not only in the films he made, but in the example he set for actors like Denzel, who continue to carry the torch of disciplined, fearless, and transformative performance. And there you have it, the actors who shaped Denzel Washington's journey, from Sidney Poitier's groundbreaking courage to Gene Hackman's commanding presence. Their talent, integrity, and dedication to truth didn't just influence Denzel's craft, they helped define and strengthen what great acting can be. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We will see you in our next video. Thanks for watching.